So the variability associated with the generation of El Nino events is called the El Nino and the Southern Oscillation, ENSO. And here's a sketch of how it all works. And what's shown is a slice along the equator in the Pacific Ocean. It's a slice that starts on the western side in the warm pool region. That's all along the equator over 16,000 kilometers and ends up on the eastern side of the. And El Nino is a feature that happens on the eastern side of the Pacific Ocean. It's to do with upwelling on the eastern side and the suppression of upwelling on the eastern. And the southern oscillation is a feature that meteorologists discovered in the atmosphere, variations in the cloud cover in the western Pacific Ocean. So the combination of these two features implies that it's a coupled mechanism. So what you have under the normal conditions is shown in the top figure. Okay, you have something which is known as the Walker circulation along the equatorial Pacific Ocean. It has trade winds near the surface of the ocean. It has the warm pool together with the formation of clouds and rainfall on the western side. And at height, you have a return flow, known as the Walker circulation. Okay, on the other side, in the ocean, we have the warm pool on the western side. We have upwelling on the eastern side. And the upwelling is associated with the upwelling of nutrients and produces a region rich in fish. Okay? So there's fisheries linked to these upwelling. That's one of the most productive fishery regions. Okay? So now what happens during an El Nino event is that this circulation becomes interrupted, as I just showed before. Okay, the center of cloud formation and temperature anomalies, warm temperature anomalies, move over the central Pacific Ocean. Okay, and the upwelling becomes suppressed. Upwelling becomes suppressed on this part, which means a loss for the fisheries. On the western side, you have dry periods because the rainfall largely disappears. All right, so you might ask, what's the opposite phase of an El Nino? This is called La Nina, and this is actually what we're having at the moment in very pronounced La Nina event. And La Nina looks like the normal distribution shown here in the top, with a more pronounced rainfall over the western equatorial Pacific. Okay? So this is what we call the El Nino and Southern Oscillation.